Guys, how are you folks doing? I'm actually going to be talking about something. It's a very, very important subject. It's something I've been reading about for quite a while, and I just want to share some information with you. Again, folks, this has nothing to do with. Don't think it's about spreading fear in any way. It's making you guys aware, letting you know what's happening, how to prepare yourself, and how to have an edge with everything that's happening and what's about to unfold in the future. So while I give this information, it basically give you an edge over everyone else if you grasp this information the way you're supposed to grasp it. Now, we're in the beginning stage of famine. There are signs showing right now that in the coming years, it's something it's not going to hit us immediately. It's going to slowly progress over the years. And once again, I did said in my last video, I foresee 200 years of famine in humanity future, and it already started. Now, I've been digging further into it, looking, trying to find as much information I can to see what's causing it, where we're going to have problems, and so forth. You get what I'm trying to say? Just do my due diligence. Once again, climate extreme, guys, is one of the first factor that point towards the beginning of a coming famine because severe drought is happening right now, flood, heat waves that's happening all over the planet. Um, there's on the West Coast right now. I think California and Arizona is experiencing severe drought. So I made some notes here. So what the severe drought and famine is causing is affecting crop production. For example, crops like wheat, rice, and so forth are having problem harvesting. They're having problem harvesting these crops in certain areas where it's predominantly farmed in abundant. And also another thing that's causing the beginning stage of famine is war. They're having war in places like Sudan, Ukraine, and also the Middle East. Believe it or not, guys, Ukraine is one of the major exporter for grains and also wheat. It's one of the biggest exporter to basically the globe. And now their food chain is being severely disrupted for the past few years. So it's causing some backup in the food supply chain when it comes to rice, wheat, and grain, and so forth. Um, you talk about economic stress, which when it comes to inflations, um, price of goods is going up. So these poorer countries, they can't really afford to export, to bring in fertilizers and grains to their people. So people in these countries where these countries can't afford these prices anymore, they're going to suffer, especially over there in the Middle East. Population growth is not doing anything. It's the population is still growing, but it's slowed down a bit. But keep in mind the population growth that we've experienced over the decades and decades of time. We're like basically 8 billion people on the planet. So there's a stress for food demand with that amount of people living on the planet. And so basically, these are the areas that's really not experiencing some serious case of famine. We talk about Somalia, South Sudan, Yemen, Afghanistan, and also there's other countries over there in Europe. Believe it or not, there are certain states here in the U.S. that are actually experiencing food crisis. They call it food crisis. They don't want to use the word famine here. I get it. They don't really want to put too much alarm on that that type of topic, and I get it. It's something that can it can create chaos. So the media have to be very careful on how they project the information they want to project to the public. But I just want to bring this to your attention, guys, and I always stress this because you know being self-sufficient, man, being self-sufficient, it's crazy. You guys, learn farming. Farming is a great thing to creating a garden is a great skill set to have because it's something that you can use to feed your family. And I always tell people if you're going to move in any new location to live, make sure that where you're going, it's places that you can actually they allow you to do these things to have a farm in your on your property because it's a lot of places that you really can't do it because quote unquote HOA, the rules, whatever. So you got to look into these things. Basically, just letting you guys know from now moving forward, we're going to have a serious stress on our food supply. It's already started, and again, I'm not here uh, to put in a fearful way. I'm just trying to make my audience aware and letting them know that it's happening, it's for real, and due to the fact that we're having global conflict with wars, drought, hurricane, and all this natural disasters that are actually magnifying and increasing, it's not making the situation better. It's making the situation worse, and it's slowly progressing where it's getting worse and worse and worse, and there's nothing we can do to stop it. So just letting you guys know, moving forward, have this in the back of your mind so you can properly prepare yourself for yourself, your kids, and your future generation to come. Because as I said before, I do foresee a 200 years famine here on Earth, and it's our turn to go through it. Ancient civilization have gone through this before, and now it's our turn, and there's nothing we can do to stop what's happening to our planet. Our planet is changing, and you can't ignore that. But again, I hope this information helps someone, and thank you for always watching, sharing, and supporting my video.